So to begin with, I like to make sure the handbrake's on, and then put it in drive just to keep the shifter out of the way. And then pop off these little side trims. Side trim here. This trim here, you can just open the glove box and pull it. Start at one end on the left, usually it's best. Next step is a 7mm ratchet, and you've got 4 hex head bolts to take out. That's there. Pull the aircon unit out and disconnect the plug on the back. Install that safely. And next step is take out the screen. Disconnect the 3 plugs on the back of the screen. Undo these 4 hex head bolts. Then remove the main radio unit. Disconnect all the plugs. These 2 are a bit in the way of each other. Watch out with that. Okay. Put that aside, we don't need that anymore. If you're not doing the heated seats modification, 3 plugs, they can be actually cable tied out the way. Next step is to remove the original screen and the air vents from the fascia, because we need to reuse that. On this car it's a chrome one. You need a 7mm spanner, a little one, 7mm ratchet, and 2 screwdrivers, Phillips heads, one sort of medium, one's a bit smaller, and a little flat blade screwdriver. Each vent's got 3 screws, little hex head, 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, 1 in here, and then there's a couple of clips that hold it. One clip on the side here. Just release that. And that's enough to get it out. One on the top and one on the side if you can't get it out. Have to do both. Little flat blade helps. Next step, take all these screws out for the fascia. Just need to get this surround off the rest of the screen. Just need this part. This original screen you no longer need, so you can put that with the other main part of the radio. So grab the new fascia that comes in the kit, get the trim, original trim, put them together, and be sure to not over tighten these screws, and do not use an electric drill because you will break the fascia mounting points. Next step is to fit the brackets to the new radio. Do not use an electric screwdriver or a drill again because you might wreck something. So the brackets do have a left and right written on them. So that's the left side. The next step is to mount the vents and the new screen onto the fascia. And this is quite fiddly. So start off with just clip in vents. So you want to put in these 2 bolts first, but don't do them all the way up just yet. Leave maybe 3 to 5mm sort of bit of thread hanging out so you can move it around. So then you slide the screen in from below. Just slide the screen underneath the 2 upper brackets for on the air vents. Just got to be very careful not to scratch the new screen. So that's got to sit in. It's mounting points that the brackets need to sit up against. So for this next step, you just want to do these 2 bolts up with the 7mm spanner. Just need to make sure to leave these 4 screws out for now, just so you've got enough movement to tilt the screen out the way to do up these little bolts for the aircon vents. Put in the tiny little screws for these to mount the actual little brackets to the fascia. So you're fixing the radio in place. Yet again, do not use a drill for this. These screws are very small, easy to strip the thread. Don't over tighten them. Gentle. Okay, it's 4 screws, sure there's no movement. And then you can put in 2 more bolts for the air vents. You can do these ones up tight, but again, not over tight. Going into plastic, it's very thick. Okay. And then, so these 2 no longer use the bolts because there's nothing to screw into, then your radio's in the way. So you're just going to make sure you can clip them into the fascia. So now we have the new radio fitted up to the fascia, ready to go back in. So we need to make one permanent modification to the car to get the radio to fit. There's just this little bit of plastic here, a little hacksaw and cut to that line on both sides of this peak. Just bend it back and forth till it breaks off. Just like that. Doesn't look pretty, you could do it a bit neater if you liked, I guess. But get all of this wiring and the CAN bus. Make sure all of these switches are upwards with the logo of this on top. So installing it into the car is quite simple now. It's all plug and play. Start with the radio adapter. It's a black connector, center console USB adapter, reverse camera adapter, and main plug. And then you plug the main loom into the radio itself. The reverse camera and other input loom, that blue plug, 8-pin, 4-pin USB input plug, radio antenna. Last of all, because it's short, is the GPS antenna, which is a blue connector on the very back. And then you can just clip it in. So you've got all this set up. You have to go through. For the CAN bus setting, make sure to check null at the top and then null again. Skip all of that. Skip that when it's done counting. Let it restart. Set itself up. You'll only see our logo the first time the radio turns on. Initial setup. Yes. Actually, if you tap on that guy, it shuts it up. Alright, so if you can manage to get to it in that corner there, there's a settings button. If you can't, there's a little green button there you can get to maybe. So setup, vehicle settings, factory settings, 108, adjust the screen area, confirm, so go 24, 44, 13 and 6. That brings the screen into the right size so you can actually use it. Or you can turn the volume down.
Welcome.
Okay, so now you can actually get to these buttons. You can go to the settings one there easier. We also want to go to launcher settings, nav bar. We recommend the custom one because then you've got easier access to stuff down here because you don't have any physical buttons anymore. In reverse camera, you want to disable these two settings if they are on. And if you don't want the audio to mute when you change the climate control, sound, reverse gear audio, and then just put that all the way to 20. Let's set that up, and then go back, press that green button again. Look for topple voice. If you don't want this little goofy thing to scream at you every time you turn the car on, turn voice assistant icon off. Go back, and we also need to set up the steering wheel controls. So you're back in settings, vehicle, steering wheel control learning. So click to learn. Start with volume up. Hold the button down for 3 seconds and it will automatically go out. And volume down. Oh, I think you'd hold for 5 seconds or other. Click to learn. And then you got phone, previous answer is what I use for the answer button. And then next hang up for the other one. Okay, so hold the source button down, go down to info adapter settings, use the source up and down wheel on the steering wheel to set this stuff. First we go here, so you need to set driver position to right, park assist version 4, camera connected yes, camera delay 0, reverse polarity camera, some of these might already be right. And then you go screen size and position, -14, 30, -15 and 2. That's what I found to be good. And then you can go out of that. Once it's all installed, make sure everything is working as it should. Reverse camera, steering wheel buttons, whatnot. Then you can carefully tuck the wiring in the modules underneath. Use some of the Velcro that was included to secure it in place. And then you can put the screws and all the trims and the aircon, put that all back together, and then you can enjoy your new stereo.